I used page dot frame locator and pass the URL means our XPath, and again I pass the page dot frame locator, and for the drop down I use the select option, and we whenever I have to select a one value in the drop down, so I use select option and pass the value. And whenever I have to select the multiple values in the drop down, so again in select option I in select option I pass array, and in array I can pass the multiple values, and those are selected in the drop down. These are methods.
Okay, fine, Aditya. Uh, Check the chat box. I share one code. Okay, do it. 5 to 6 minutes. Meanwhile, I will ask Ashish.
Yes, sir.
Ashish, turn on your camera and introduce yourself in brief.
Give me 1 minute. Now visual, huh? Hello, sir.
Yes, you. Yes, yes, you are right.
Give me 1 minute. So, hi, I'm Ashish Kumar Yadav, and I'm completed my BC in 2020 from Prayagraj, and currently I'm working as a software tester in Inexo Corporate Solution. I have around 2 year, 11 months of experience in IT industry, and I have hands-on experience in manual testing and automation testing using Selenium with Java, and Playwright with TypeScript, and Postman, and for the API testing I'm using Postman, and for the for the data management I'm using SQL, and I have worked on e-commerce CRM based application including the Tiger CRM such as test case creation, review, update, and execute. And I analyze requirement, understand user requirement, and perform defect reporting, retesting, and regression testing also. And I also contribute to and also convert to manual test case to automation for the flexibility. And in automation testing, I using Selenium with Java, Test Engine, Maven, Apache POI, and Playwright also, and with TypeScript. And I'm for API testing, I use Postman and REST to validate REST API and verify status code also, and response body. And in I have good understand STLC and STLC, and my company follow agile methodology. So I'm attend all ceremonies like a daily standard meeting, sprint review meeting, sprint retrospective meeting, and for the if I found any defect, so I use for the bug tracking tool like a Jira. That's it, sir.
Okay. Uh, Tell me about agile methodology advantage and disadvantage.
So agile is methodology advantage. It's a first advantage is it's basically support all type application like big small both, and it's uh, in this agile, so if you follow the agile methodology, so in this agile it's a good communication with like our team developer, DA, and other members. And and the third one is requirement change any phases. It means if you last phases, so uh, a it's a change changely. And okay, and if this advantage is in this agile methodology, not focus on the requirement. In if you follow the agile methodology, so it's the main focus on the it means in this meeting, according to the meeting, we discuss about the every member like BA and developer. So it's only there are only one disadvantage in this agile methods.
Well, but you are mostly incorrect answer. Your word is mostly incorrect. Just like
Yeah,
okay,
yeah, yeah.
in out of 10 individual, you given only two. Agile is a first you were talk about in interview. Just like Agile is an iterative software development methodology where work is completed in short sprint, and the team collaborate closely through sprint planning, daily stand-up, sprint review, and retrospective. And Agile's main advantage are faster delivery, flexible to changing requirement, better team collaboration, and continued customer feedback. And its disadvantage include scope creep due to frequent requirement changes, the need for active customers involvement, and less predictable and timelines if changes occur frequently. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me about what is sprint backlog, and product backlog.
Okay. Sprint backlog and product backlog.
Yes.
Okay. Sprint backlog. It is the untouched story in the sprint backlog. Which one is the get the story for the working in the sprint, and product backlog is the selected the story for the using this the using for the this our is it means which story uh, collect for the working in this sprint. It's the store in the product backlog.
Sprint backlog and product backlog. Different between sprint backlog and product backlog.
Different. Uh, in product backlog we store multiple stories, and in sprint backlog we use the only which one story we work in this sprint. That's one story we get in the our sprint backlog. There is a major difference between both.
Okay. देखो you're correct. Just like you talk the understand the product backlog and sprint backlog both contains user story, right?
Hmm.
uh, they attempt to explain that sprint backlog contains work related to the current sprint.
What?
It incorrect.
What?
You are talking about me product backlog and sprint backlog both contains user story, right?
Yeah.
But product backlog prioritize list of the all features, enhancement, bug fixes, and user story for product and maintained by the product owner. But sprint backlog, a subset of the items selected from the product backlog for the current sprint, along with the task needed to complete.
In this sprint backlog I'm also say that's one which one story we working in this sprint, that's one I'm collect in the product backlog for the sprint backlog.
And what is sprint?
Sprint.
Yes.
uh, Sprint is the duration of the time which one it means we give sprint means like in this company, in my company, so follow there are 4 week sprint. It means timeline. We like 3 week, 4 week. It's a timeline. If we talk about the this means main role of the if totally call this, it's a timeline like a 4 week, 3 week. मैं हिंदी में एक्सप्लेन करूँ क्या एक बार?
Okay, okay, correct. Yeah, you are correct. Sprint is a fixed development cycle, uh, usually 2 to 4 weeks, right?
Yes.
During the teamwork to deliver a potential and achievable product increment. And okay, my next question in playwright. You have knowledge playwright with Selenium, right? Both.
Mm. Yes.
Okay. Uh, how to handle frame in Selenium?
To the handle iframe in Selenium, firstly we create the object like a driver dot switch to iframe, and then in this iframe we create the multiple method like uh, default, main, and parent and child. There are the four method for the using to the switching in the our frame, because in this frame there is a three type of the frame: default, main, and parent.
Default, main, and parent.
Yes, sir.
No. In Selenium, we handle iframe using driver dash switch to dot frame. Frame first method.
Yes.
You can switch to a frame by its index, name or ID, and web element. Okay. After completing operations inside frame, we use a driver dash switch to parent frame. First method frame, second parent frame, and third default content, not main method.
Sir, if I'm working for the which one? Suppose there are three frame, and if I'm working this frame, that's we call the its main frame. Hello, sir.
What is okay? You have used frame parent.
Hello.
Hello, yeah, I'm audible.
Yes, yes. Right now you audible.
Yes, yes. There is no main frame in Selenium. The top level page is called the default content. We switch into an iframe using driver dash switch dot frame.
Okay, I will check after complete this session.
Okay, no. How many frame in your web page?
In our web page,
Yes.
sorry, I have no idea.
In VDiger project,
In
how many?
VTiger, I am facing only the two iframe.
Where? Which model?
Uh, Actually, I'm not recall where I'm used, but I'm use this iframe concept.
Okay.
I think I'm using the send the feedback, or maybe, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, maybe in VDiger, not them. I will school. School, you are
Uh, in VTiger we face iframe, but I'm not sure where I'm seeing
okay. Okay. How to handle cookies and delete cookies?
cookies.
What is cookies And how to handle
Testing.
cookies in Selenium?
Sorry, I'm not handling any for the any cookies for the anytime. I have no idea how to handle cookies. But cookies is the filter for the set the our data in our PC for the which type we want the product or the any browser like e-commerce browser.
Okay, okay. Cookies are a small piece of data stored by the browser to maintain user session, authentication, and preference. In Selenium, we can manage cookies using methods like get cookies, add cookies, and delete all cookies. These methods are useful for session management.
Okay, sir.
Okay, I ask one manual question. Tell me about different between exploratory testing and ad hoc testing.
Exploratory testing is a type of testing where the tester explores our functionality and find and verify the application and find the defects for the unexpected defect. And ad hoc testing, it's also same, but in the ad hoc testing we test our application, and in this ad hoc testing we don't have any test cases and so basically I have no idea, but I know this is a type of testing where the tester tests without any test cases, the behalf of our experience.
Okay, you are partially correct, but in interview you are top in interviewer just like exploratory testing is a structure testing approach where the tester learn the application design execute test simultaneously to find a defect, and ad hoc testing is a informal and unplanned testing approach performed without test cases or document to identify defect. Okay, suppose you are the team team QA and one new member join your team, and at the same time you have a deadline to meet in next 2 or 3 days. So how will you involve that new member in team?
Firstly, I give the KT for this candidate and uh, explain our application, what in this application what I am performing and what next step he was to work in this application. And uh, we explain properly our document and whatever we ready for the executing in this application. We explain this candidate, and after that he was to work.
Okay, but in interview purpose, the most you are talking about the candidate correct mentioned providing knowledge transfer to the new team member, right?
Yes.
And correctly said they would explain the application and share documentation. But I suggest give the new members small and low risk task initially. Okay, and conduct a short KT instead of the lengthy one due to the deadline, and also review their work before merging.
Okay. I think. Whatever you say, I'm listen it in this company my last date and new candidate. Then what can I explain to him? So in this recording, I will explain.
हाँ मैं सिंपल क्वेश्चन था, न्यू मेंबर ज्वाइन हुआ।
नहीं मतलब मैं ये सोचा कि मेरा वहाँ पे लास्ट दिन है और नया नया कैंडिडेट आया तो उसको किस हिसाब से बताओगे, तो वो बताया मैं उस तरीके से बताया।
ओके ओके। Well, my next question, as a lead, how do you define quality of product before releases?
Firstly, I am execute this application for the different cross browser and we perform like a regression testing and find and verify the this application is a bug free. I'm, I'm, uh, I'm not sure it's 100% bug free, but in this my side it's bug free and then in this that's all step for the whatever we need to the that I'm execute all our behalf of our cases and verify this application and after that I'm deliver the good quality product client.
Okay, okay, fine. But I suggest explain the quality gets before release, and also mention review, defect status, test result, and release readiness, and instead of the only saying the application is bug free. And before release, I ensure the smoke, regression, and cross browser testing are completed successfully or not, and also verify that all critical and high severity defects are fixed. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Now, what are the your strength and weakness?
What, sir?
What are your strength and weakness?
Okay. My strength is I'm a quick learner and I'm faced if I any tough situation and my weakness is I'm I'm believe any person very easily.
Okay, but in interview strength, just like I am a quick learner, good and relevant interview strength. It's not suggesting. You are choose a professional and weakness and explain how you are improving it. For example, public speaking, delegating work, and being too detailed oriented. And just like my strength are that I am quick learner and I adopt quickly to new tools and technology, and I stay calm under pressure and focus on solving problems. But and my weakness is that I sometimes spend extra time perfecting my work, and but I am improving by priority tasks and managing my time more effectively. Okay.
Okay.
What how to handle exception?
Exception in Selenium.
Yes, yes, yes.
For the handling exception, I use the try catch block. In the try block, we put our the data for which one we know in this code when we execute face the exception, that's code we put in our try block, and after the uh, try block we create cache block. In the cache block we write the name of the exception, and we store the in variables, and then in this cache block we write the code of the handling to the exception. And there is a multiple exception like no such element refresh, and higher count of index. And after that I use the finally finally block. In this block we write the which one code, if those code is not run, but in this finally block code will be run. So we uh, put the log out, sign out the and close browser. That's type code we write in the finally block.
Mm, you are partially correct, but in interview purpose, your answer is incorrect mostly. Just
So
I
which
suggest use language consistence with the programming language being discussed, and also explain that exceptions should be handled only where recovery is possible, not by catching every exception. Yeah, yeah. Most prefer question many candidates just like in Java, we handle exception using try, catch, finally. The code that many may throw an exception is placed inside the try block. If an exception occur, it is handled in the catch block, where we can log the error or take correctly actions. Okay.
okay.
Okay, Ashish. My last question. Uh, tell me about the difference between array and collection.
Array and collection.
Yes.
Okay. uh, Array is array also okay. So in array we store multiple value in the same variable, and collection is a uh, collection also we store the multiple value for, but in collection we provide the multiple method, and in collection we store also object also store. And there are three type of the collection like array list, and linked list, and shape la- array list, linked list, and link yeah, set list, set set list. I think. Sorry, I'm not ready to proper prepare this question.
You are mostly correct. Just like identify some collection types such as array list, linked list, and set. Okay. And array have fixed site, whereas collection are dynamic. But I suggest in interview mention fixed oh, versus dynamic size. Just like an array has a fixed size and can store primitive data types as well as object, and a collection is dynamic in size, store object only, and provide built-in methods for adding and removing and searching and updating elements. Okay.
Okay, sir.
And the common collection array list, linked list, and hash set. Uh, Ashish, share your screen and check the chat box.
Okay, let's go to check the latest topic.
Ashish, do it 5 to 5 minutes. Meanwhile, I will ask Alok. Hi, Alok.
Yeah,
Yeah, please turn on your camera and introduce yourself first.
good evening. My name is Alok Kumar Yadav. I have completed my graduation from DDU. I have 3 years of experience as a QA automation tester in Gravity Automation PVT Ltd. In my current role, I am involved in both manual and automation testing. For manual testing, I use test case creation, analyze requirement, and test data management. For API testing, I use Postman. And for automation, I use Playwright with JavaScript and TypeScript. In automation, I analyze I create my test script and I maintain the test data, and also analyze the framework and maintain our framework. And I have also knowledge of SQL. And in the I am working on a CRM based application where all team members collaborate with each other in agile environment. I follow the all agile ceremonies such as sprint planning meeting, daily stand up meeting, sprint review meeting, and sprint retrospective meeting. That's all about me. Hello.
Okay, okay, Alok. Uh, when do you start testing in company?
Yeah, when do I first I analyze the after that I ensure our product is working properly or not, and meet the user requirement and users expectations. And after that we can check the all process. And I also do exploratory testing and exploratory and ad hoc testing and random testing, monkey testing. After that we will ensure that our testing is complete, and we will ensure that our software is delivered to the deployment. So this is my approach.
Okay, but you mentioned the candidate mention just like in interview requirement analysis and exploratory testing, which are the relevant. However, they did not answer the actual question.
Yeah,
Mm. In interview, you talk the just state state that testing started during the requirement analysis and mention reviewing requirement partially in the planning and preparing test cases and then executing test runs.
yeah, okay,
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 and testing start from the requirement analysis phase as a QA, and first review the requirement and clearly doubts with the team and identify test scenario and prepare test cases. Once the development build is available, I perform a small regression, okay, and follow by functional etc. After that,
yeah,
after before release.
okay.
Tell me, what is alpha and beta testing in manual?
Yeah, alpha testing is the alpha testing is testing where this is the development side testing where we test the this is tested by the developer side. He is checking our software is correctly built and it is working properly. And beta testing, it is the UAT testing, UAT server testing, when tester test the actual application and meet the user's requirement and expectation. And tester check the as a real user and before the deployment. This is the beta testing.
Okay, okay. You your answer mostly correct, but Uh, Alpha means internal testing, QAR developer, and beta testing limited release, good release. Don't say beta testing is UAT.
You means before the you this is after the after testing is complete and tester test the on the UAT server where tester check as like a real user, and he check the random testing and explore the application how it is work, and he don't need the any requirement and any test cases. He's think like a real user, how to log in and how to search our product and how to buy our product. So this is the approach.
No, it's incorrect. The alpha simple answer alpha testing internal QAR development in a control environment, and beta limited release to real users in a real environment to collect feedback before the final release.
Yeah,
Okay, what is system testing?
yeah. System testing after our when software tester after build is available for testing, software tester test the system, means he check the functionality of an application. He is working as expected, and expect the match the expected result with actual result, and he check the our login functionality and lead functionality. So this is the system testing.
Okay, okay. And tell me what difference between functional and non-functional testing.
Yeah, functional testing is type of testing where uh, check the functionality of an application he is working, and functional testing is done by the tester, and this is under the black box testing. And non-functional testing, it is like a stress testing, performance testing, and gorilla ad hoc testing, and this is the non-functional testing where we check how the application is used in the different browser, and he is compatible for the any browser or any website. So this is the non-functional testing.
Okay. And what is performance testing?
Yeah, performance testing means it is testing done performance. In this testing, we check the our software is performing well. Performing, we check the software performance, how it work, and when our software is limited load, and which we test our how to performs and how to this is meet the real user expectations, ki how it is it is matched by the real user is perform the application is very well, and he is logged in successfully in without any issue. So this is the performance testing. In performance testing, we check our whole application is good, our application is good, and it is not
Uh,
any issue.
Alok,
Yeah,
sorry for interrupting to you. Just don't want to give the lengthy answer, but it's like the interview will irritate you. Just to give me the like the examples of the performance of testings, like how does it the performance testings in your applications as per the real scenarios? It's
Yeah.
a the performance testing. It means the just one of the applications where I am checking applications. It is the taking the loading of the pages or not. Like just we go on the on the applications and to check that the each and every API how much taking the timings.
Yeah.
So that
We
we are
can
checking.
successfully search and buy the product, and so
No, just don't to give the long the answer, lengthy answer. So
yeah. Okay.
just every answer just to try to the as per the real scenarios, so that I can they understand the very easily.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, Nilesh, go ahead. So,
Yeah, Alok, your answer is mostly correct. Just a real scenario answer you give in the interview, just
Yeah.
performance
Next
testing.
time I add the real scenarios and real example in my answers.
Okay, I will answer. I will give answer and listen carefully. Just in e-commerce project, performing testing. Performance testing is used to check how the application perform under the expected user load. And just like in an e-commerce application, we verify whether the user can log in, search product, and place order without a slow response time.
Yeah.
We okay. We
Yeah.
check
Okay.
the API response time and page load.